Welcome. My name is Jean-Laurent, written here, or JL to make it short. I am a customer solutions engineer in the London office. That means I meet with our main clients to help them use the Google APIs, including the YouTube one. Maybe you noticed I'm French, but I hope my English is clear enough for all of you. You all comfortable with English? Of course. Cool. So the session today, apparently the session was labeled advanced. So I don't know if it's really advanced. There is some coding. There is some XML. There is some code inside, but I feel it's like normal level. Oh, and by the way, it was labeled Open Social here. So I hope nobody is here for Open Social, although it's written YouTube. Cool. Right. The idea of the talk today is to show you what's possible to do with YouTube. It's really to give you the whole possibilities, the whole features which are possible to do with YouTube. So I named the talk Build Your YouTube because I want to, well, to some extent it's possible to build your own YouTube. The idea is to show you what are all the possibilities so that you guys can build it. So first of all, well, why would you use the API? Well, video hosting can be pretty hard. You have to set some hardware, you have to set some bandwidth. You need someone who is going to actually manage all this. So you need someone there to press on the button, you know, every time the server is down. Well, you know what it is, all this. And actually it's hard, but it's also, it also costs a lot of money. So that could be one reason. The other reason could be also that building a set, building a repository of videos, like a big one, takes a lot of time. So using the API, you already have this set of videos that you can reuse. And then also, I mean, maybe you also want some visibility for your own videos, to drive some traffic to your website, to show what you've been doing, and YouTube provides this free exposure. I've got some figures in mind, like, for example, there's hundreds of millions of videos read every day, hundreds of thousands of videos uploaded every day. So it's a lot of people. Basically, every minute, there's about 13 hours of videos uploaded. It's a lot. And so why did we create the API? Well, we wanted to grow this online video community that we created, but we also wanted to give you guys the possibility to use your creativity to do things that we obviously didn't think about. So it's a way to provide the creativity in the hands of the developers. But also it's a way to be able to upload from anything, or basically today you upload from your laptop. Tomorrow you'll be, well, today you can already upload from some devices, such as some video cameras. Maybe tomorrow you'll be able to upload from, you know, your telephone or whatever. And also to be able to syndicate anywhere, basically to read this anywhere. So we're not really a white label hosting, so we're not really, well, basically we're going to put a little logo on top of each of the videos. It's not much, but it's better to be honest and to say it straight ahead. Now, what do you need to build your YouTube? Well, you need all the functionalities of YouTube and to make them available on your website. So what do you need? You need the search on YouTube. You need to find the relevant videos. You need to be able to manage all your favorites, playlists, subscription, etc., etc. But also you need to be able to upload those videos. So basically these are all the functionalities that are already today available on YouTube that we're going to provide in your hands. And then, of course, you need to be able to integrate all this into your website. So you need to be able to, well, view the videos, of course, but maybe you want to embed it into a more tighter way. So you want to get rid of all the frame around the videos. And also maybe you want to be able to actually interact with the player. So play, pause, etc., etc. All the functionalities. Again, we're giving you all the tools for you to be able to manipulate and recreate, to some extent, a YouTube. Right, so what are we going to see? Well, basically exactly what I said. We're going to see the functions to read, also to write, so that's all the manipulation, all the modification, to upload. And then also the functions to integrate into your website. So something pretty easy, which is embedding the player, or embedding the Chromeless version of the player, and also controlling the player. So 6 steps. So first step, read functions. So all this is based on the GData protocol. I think all of you were in the keynote this morning. Who was not in the keynote? Cool. So basically, Chris Debo and I explained briefly what it is. It's simply a standard protocol for reading and writing data on the web. It's based on Atom publishing, and it's using some RESTful APIs, so XML, HTTP, things which are pretty easy to use. So these are some of the namespace we're using. You don't need to learn this by heart, but just wanted to show off a little bit by showing this. Now, this is the kind of thing that you can do. This is Friendster, a community website, and you've got here on the left a list of the videos. So Michael Hamilton, I love New York, and then you've got the duration and the date it was posted, etc., etc. And then on the right, the video. Okay, basically what you can find on YouTube, except it's not on YouTube, it's on Friendster. Now, it's not only on the website you can do that. As I said before, you can syndicate it somewhere else. So you've got also the possibility to stream some videos on some mobile devices if you want. Everybody knows YouTube, I guess. Are people using YouTube like every day? Good. Really? Okay. You've got a lot of free time. Who is actually developing with YouTube today? Did anybody try the YouTube API today? Hey, okay, quite a few. Cool. Right, so on the data side, there are mainly 2 categories. The videos, so search, related videos, responses, standard feeds, are all a set of videos. And then user information, the playlist of the user, the contacts, profile, etc., etc. So we're going to start by the videos first. So the video feeds is nothing more, nothing less than a set of videos. And the set of videos is basically here, what you have here. So you can find this in the search results. So when you do a search on YouTube, you've got this. When you're looking at the standard feeds, so standard feeds is like the most commented videos, the most viewed videos, and so on. The related videos, you know, the one you've got on the side, the user favorites, etc., etc. That's a list of videos. That's it. That's another example of it. These are the favorites. Same thing, video feed. And this is basically how it looks when you query YouTube. This is what is returned when you do a search on YouTube or standard feeds. This is what you get here. So let's split it up into smaller chunks so it's easier to understand. So the beginning is just like basic XML declaration, okay, the namespace, and then you've got an ID here. This is the ID of the feed. So this feed is a standard feed and is the most viewed feed. Okay, so by this ID, you can retrieve this feed uniquely. Now, this feed is actually a search. It doesn't provide all the information, so if you want to see the next data, you just have to follow this link here. Oops, where is it? So you could recreate the whole URL and requery, or you can just simply follow this URL here. Since it's a search, we tell you how much results we have, 100 results. We are on page 1, and we're providing 25 items per page. Okay, pretty basic, but we're giving you this information. So this is related to the feed. And then we've got information related to each video. This is what we call entries. You've got one entry here, here and there, and one entry here, and more, because we said there are 25. So this one, again, has a unique identifier at the top, so you can get it directly from getting this URL here. You've got the title, you've got the author information, the name of the author, and then we've got media group. Let's see what media group is afterwards. So this is an entry here. So again, you've got the ID, and you've got, you know, you can associate categories, and you can associate tags to each of the videos. This is what you've got here, a keyword and categories. But you also have the title, as I said before. You've got the description, and then you've got alternative link to get to this entry here, to this video. So this is a type HTML. So this is exactly the link that you would follow or that you would send to your friends if you want to share a video, for example. Another link is, for example, the responses. So when you put a video, someone can post a video response. Well, you would have them if you follow this link here. Video response. And the next one would be the video related. Again, all this is related to the video. Now, the media group. Media group provides you information on the video itself. So this is all the media group. You've got the duration in seconds, and you've got information on the media. So this is the flash file. If you want to access it, this is the URL to access it. As we said before, this is the duration. And then you've got a format here. We'll see just afterward what the format is about. You can also access the player directly. And then you've got thumbnails. So again, we provide all the information for you to be able to manipulate this. So the size, the time when it was taken, yeah. Different version. In some cases, we can provide like different version of it. Like if you've got a mobile version of it, then you would have the different. This is for Flash, but you would have included into the media group the different version of it. Okay, so if you want to pull the different version like the mobile one, you would pull only the information that you're looking for, the mobile. So again, the URL to access it. So here, everything about the media. Now, what about the statistics? Okay, we've got them here again. This is a video which is really popular. This is 84 million views, like more than 440,000 favorites. And then we've got the rating. More than 300,000 people rated it with an average of 465. So it's pretty popular. And then some comments. If you want to see the comments, then you just have to follow this link here, and you'll see the list of comments associated to this video. And here we're telling you how many comments we have, so you know what you can expect in terms of number of comments. Right, so this is what is returned when you do a search, standard feeds, and so on. So now, let's see how you query YouTube to get this feed here. So the first one is the search. I guess this is something that you already know. So you can search on different information, duration, etc., etc. This is what you would get on YouTube. And this is what you would get if you would query it manually, like using the API. So you need gdata.youtube.com/feeds/APIs, videos, and then you have to provide like the keyword related to the search. So VQ is video query. So very easy. All this, VQ equals, and whatever search query you want to do. So it's pretty easy. That's why I said, this talk was labeled advanced, but it's pretty easy to understand. And if you want to query on categories or tags, then you can have like the news category or cute tag. Very easy, same thing. Just add it into the URL, and this is going to query YouTube and return the feed we saw previously. Now, if you want to reorder it, well, you can. Same thing. The only thing you have to combine those operators here. So video, search equals chat, and order by equals relevance long FR. So that means all the information provided in French language is going to provide it with a higher priority. But you can reorder it by relevance, date published, view count, etc., etc. And then you can also restrict by language. Same thing. Okay, I was a bit biased here when I was creating this slide, so everything is in French. But you can do it in German, of course, Italian, and so on. So you can really restrict. And once again, you can combine all those operators. So you're looking for something about chat, restricted on German language, and ordered by published date, for example. Very, very easy to do. So I mentioned the format a little bit before. Well, the format, as we mentioned before, can provide you restriction on only embeddable videos. So if you want to embed videos on your website, then you would have to have it like format equals 5. BIM, and you have it, you will only have returned the videos that you can actually embed on your website. If you want to use it on mobile device, then you would use format 1 or format 6, depending on the kind of codec that is used by the device, by the mobile device. So here again, if you want to make sure that we're only returning the videos that you can use, either on mobile or on your website, you just have to specify the format. Yeah? I don't have them by date, by head, but we can check on the website afterwards. Basically, these are the most common one. If you want to integrate on your website, format 5. If it's something that you want to reuse on your mobile, 1, 6, depending. But there's a few others, yes. Right, so that was the first way to retrieve video feeds. Now, that was the search, standard feeds. Those standard feeds are the most featured, the rising videos, most discussed, etc., etc. Same thing, pretty easy. Just create this URL, standard feeds, and provide the feed name associated. So as I said, featured, most viewed, top rated, and so on. Just add the standard feed name at the end, and we'll return the right videos. You can also have them localized. So if you want to see the top-rated ones, maybe you want to see only the top-rated ones in Italy, in Germany, like really localized by country. Now you also have time window. So, okay, this was top-rated, but when? Was it today? Was it last week? Was it last month? So you can also restrict by time window. And then you can add some categories. Top-rated for sports, for example. Again, it's just a question of creating this URL. Now, you also can query the related videos. So that's a quick snapshot. Related videos are the one here on the right. All this is done algorithmically. So we've got the videos, and here we determine that, related videos are the ones here. Same thing, this is even easier. Just provide the video ID, /related, and we're going to return you the list of related videos. Right, so this was a few examples on querying YouTube to retrieve a list, a feed, a video feed. Now what about the user feed? So user feed is what you have on your profile, name, comments, friends, etc., etc. Then you can have the playlist here. Same thing, except you have to provide the username /playlist. So for each playlist, we're going to return the title, description, tags, and then the link pointing to actually the content of the playlist. So here, that's how it looks. Entry, category, title, content, and then the link that you will have to follow to see the content of the playlist. So here you see that this playlist has 4 videos entries. And the content is almost identical to the search results or the video feeds, except you're going to have the YouTube position. So you can see like, that's the number 1, number 2, etc., etc. Subscription, same thing. So you can subscribe to search. You can subscribe to search queries. You can subscribe to favorites. You can subscribe to channel. Same thing. Username /subscription, and we're going to return you all the subscription of the user. And then favorite and user uploads. Again, I'm going a bit quick here, but I mean, you got the idea. It's not very difficult. Same thing, username /favorites, and then username /uploads. Now, here there's going to be a little difference. If you're not logged in, we're going to return only the live videos, the ones which are accessible to everybody, so the public videos. And if you are logged in and you're the user, we're going to return all your videos. So we're going to see afterwards how you log in. Okay, so we saw the videos. We saw the user feed. Now there's a little note I wanted to do here on the projections. Projections allow you to have different feed return depending on whether it's going to be mobile. So maybe it's going to be like a low bandwidth environment, or if you want some HTML to display, or if you just want the normal API. So up to now, we've been using API that returns all the information in plain text. Base is going to provide you with some snippets of HTML that you can directly embed. So if you're looking for the entry, for example, you're going to be able to directly embed the HTML. And then the mobile one is going to provide you with a smaller version of it. So I don't remember for what query, but we had, the size was, base is the biggest one, was returning 100 kilobytes. API was returning about 90 kilobytes, so 10% less. And mobile was returning 70 kilobytes, so 30% less. That's to give you an idea of the size. Okay, something that people ask sometimes is about the freshness of the results. Of course, what we try to do is to cache and make the search result as quick as possible. So in this respect, you might have some discrepancies between what you see on the search result, so that's a search result, and what you see directly on the video page. So here there's a discrepancy. Okay, it's not enormous, but it's a small discrepancy. Now, we've worked a lot on those kind of discrepancy between the search results and the video, so the real information. Now, when you upload a video, it usually appears in a matter of a few minutes. Although the statistics can take sometimes a bit more, so it can go up to maybe a couple of hours. If you want the freshest information, make sure that you access directly the video feed, and then you'll get the most up-to-date information. All right. Now, when you're accessing all those feeds, you have to make sure that you handle the errors associated. So we're not going to go through all the errors, but these are some of the errors that you can see. So 404, of course, not found. So maybe the resource has been deleted. That can happen. Someone uploads a video and then just delete it, and you try to access it. Then what to do is basically to be ready. Anytime to be ready when you make the query, just make sure that you retrieve the information, you retrieve the potential error, and in this case, just like, provide a little message that's a bit nice, so the user knows what's happening. So it can be like, our service is not available, we could have a problem, or we could be doing a maintenance, that can happen too. So one of the options is to retrieve it, to try once again, or just to give up and again, maybe try to let the user know without an H. Okay. Right, so all this was about pulling information from YouTube, what's available out there. So you pull this information, query, and so on. Is it easy to understand for everybody? Is my English understandable? Okay, cool. So now, what about writing information? Well, in those cases, you need to be logged in. Basically, you need to be logged in when you access private videos or playlists. When you're looking for the inbox information, you can retrieve the inbox information. Status of videos, which are processed, we're going to see afterwards what this means. And basically also for all the right operations. So anything that needs to be a modification, whether it's on favorites, etc., or whether you're going to rate a video, comment a video, respond, or if you want to upload or manage the videos, you have to be logged in, of course. There's two ways to log in. The first way is to use HostHub, which is the user is going to log in on the Google page, and then we're going to redirect him to his website, to the website of the application, or for install application using client login. In this case, the user is going to enter his information, and the application is going to make the login request and going to get issued a temporary token. Now, let's focus on HostHub. The way it works is, this is the user here. This is the application that you're going to have created. And basically, the user is going to click, for example, to upload a video. We're going to redirect him on YouTube. We're going to ask him to log in and accept that the third-party application access his information. And then we're going to redirect him with a token onto the third-party website. That looks pretty easy? Okay. So basically, we're going to access this URL here, and we're going to provide information. So this is the HostHub authentication page, and we're going to tell, okay, I want to get logged in, and please afterwards redirect me to this URL here. And then we're going to provide more information, like the scope, the session, and whether we want it secured or not. But here, make sure to have this URL working. Now, once you click on it and you logged in, okay, you have to allow access to the third-party application. So I click on Allow Access. That's going to grant access. And then I'm going to be redirected on the third-party website, so on your website. And then we're going to have like a token here, which is a one-time token. This is only a token that you can once. What you have to do if you want to use it for the whole session is to ask for a session token. So you have to query this URL, and then we're going to return another token, a session token, that you have to pass every time you want to make login requests. So you have to add all this in your headers request. Here again, you can have some potential errors to handle. So for one, then that means that you would need to get logged in and to go through the process we just mentioned. Again, what to do, obviously ask the user to log in, and again, try to expect it at any time. You need to do an operation which requires to be logged in. Right, now that we logged in, what can we do when we can make posts to create what? Some favorites, some playlist items, some subscription, etc., etc. Just to mention that some feeds are not queryable in search mode, but only in write-only mode. So the ratings and the complaints, for example, just because the ratings, we're not going to give you all the list of the ratings. So if 1,000 users are rating a video, we're not going to provide you this information, but we're going to provide you this aggregated information. Same thing if someone's complaining about a video. That's not something that you really want to query. You just want to make sure that this information is passed to YouTube. Right. So when you have to do a write operation, you need to give us some information. You need to give us information that's going to uniquely identify you. So you have to create a developer key and a client ID. And for this, you simply have to go to this URL, enter some information, bim, 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 bam. I'm going to give you some developer information for you to embed. Not very difficult. So this is an example for someone who would add a favorite to a user's account. So here you notice that the user is default. So that means the user logged in. And you provide the developer key and client ID here. The user is going to provide his token. And you just provide the video ID to add. So pretty basic, just a few lines of code here. Okay, so now that we've learned how to log in, that we learn how to manipulate, we want to be able to upload some videos. Do some of you know Animoto? Yeah? It's a good website? Cool. Anybody knows it? Basically, it's a website where you upload some images, and it's going to create this kind of psychedelic, unique video, you know, with some music and some effects and so on. Okay, if you want to do that. But the good thing is that you can also, once the video is created, you can upload it on YouTube. And they actually implemented this on their side. So you don't have to create the video, download it, and then re-upload it. Everything is here for you. Right, so two models for upload. You can have like the direct upload, basically for installed applications, or the browser upload, which is for web applications only. And basically it's going to be in two steps. So you're going to provide the metadata, and then you're going to provide the video to upload to YouTube. So the first method is the direct upload. In this method, you have to provide all the information in one post. So you've got, okay, all the information we've seen here. You've got the content, so the metadata provided here. And then you've got the binary information provided here too. So you pack all this, and then you just send it to us. So this is in one step. Now the browser upload is a little bit different. Again, this is the user. This is your application here. And you're going to display a form for the user to select the metadata, to enter, sorry, the metadata. We're going to provide this metadata back to the third application. and we're going to send the video details to YouTube. We're going to provide the return with an upload token and the URL. And this is going to allow you to create a form to display to the user. And then the user is simply going to provide the video to this form, and this is going to be directly sent to YouTube, and we're going to redirect the user back to your website. Basically how it works, you provide us with the metadata. So I'm mentioning here including developer tags. Developer tags, we'll see a little bit later what it is. And then we're going to provide you back the URL and a token. So the URL is the URL of upload and a token that you have to embed or insert into the formula. Now that you've got those two information, the URL to upload and the token here, you create the upload form. The user just select the video, upload it, and then you're going to redirect it on the URL you're going to provide us with the status, did it work or not, and the ID of the video. All good? Everybody sleeping? Hope not. Right. Something else you would need to do maybe is to check the video. So you've just uploaded a video. You want to make sure that the video is uploaded or maybe is being processed. So this is not public information. This is not something you're going to see into any of the feeds. So you have to be authenticated. So it's only for the videos, only for your videos here. So same thing. You provide the ID of the video, the information, and then we're going to return the information for you to know in what status the video is. So here you see draft, but importantly is here, processing. So the information here is basically telling you that the video is being uploaded. It can be rejected or it can be failed too. But this is just a way to make sure that if you're showing all of the users uploads, you're not showing videos that are being uploaded, for example. So you can scrap all the ones which are being uploaded. So I mentioned the developer tags. A developer tag allows you to track the uploads. So if someone comes to your website and upload videos through his own account, you can tag those videos here, meaning that all the videos that have been uploaded through your website, you can find them, you can query them and find them very easily. And this tag is internal. Now, the way for you to search it is to use this a little bit obscure syntax. So we've seen here, this is a developer tag, this is another one. You have to provide the developer tag here. Okay, get the feed, and then you get the information back here. Okay? This is not my dog, just to make sure. This is a very quick example of how it would work, how an upload would work. It's basic steps, but it's going to repeat exactly what I said in terms of 2 steps upload. Dogbook is an application running on Facebook, and it gives the opportunity to dog owner to upload the videos of their own dogs. Very useful. So, well, for some it's probably useful. Sorry, give me 1 second. So the first step is to provide the title, description, so all the metadata we mentioned here. Step 1, okay. Just provide puppies, the music video, the best music video ever, I'm sure. That's step 1. And then step 2, so this has been sent. We provided you back with the URL to submit the video and with a token. And you've used those information to create the form here. Now the user is going to select a video to upload.
This is actually a YouTube form.
This here? This is your form, but you provided a link to upload to a YouTube URL. Yeah?
Okay, so there's an in field.
Exactly, yeah.
Keep it in the session.
Yeah, there's a token and there's a form on YouTube. So you're going to upload on YouTube, and then you also provide a redirect URL where we're going to redirect the users back to. Okay? And then we redirect the users back, and then you can get the video ID back. So you know what video ID. Sorry?
If I look at the URL where the file is uploaded from this part, I will see a YouTube URL.
Here. No, here you're going to see, so where the file is uploaded, yes, it's a YouTube URL. Where the user is redirected, this is your own URL, your own final URL.
In the source code, for example,
Yes?
can you see the URL, the YouTube URL, or is it complete?
Yes, you can see the YouTube URL. If I go back, up. If I go back, yeah, here. So you see here, this is a YouTube URL. That's where the action is going to send the video. The next URL is where the website is going to redirect you, and you provide the token here. So you create the form, and you send the URL. You send the file to YouTube, and we direct you. Yeah? It's not very tricky, but it's just a process to understand. So now we're back here, and we've got the video ID. And if I log in into my account, so I've just uploaded this information, you can see that actually Dogbook can modify the metadata a little bit. So you see here, this is the initial title that we gave, and Dogbook added this like branding, if you want, information. What you can see also is that the video is actually being uploaded. So if you query the status, you're going to see that the status is being processed. Okay? And you can modify this information. Again, bim. Is that clear for everyone? Okay. Here again, you might have to handle some errors, some potential errors. So maybe the request is wrong, so we would return 400 error. In this case, past the XML error we're going to provide you, and this is going to provide you with some information to why is the request wrong. So maybe the information is too long, or the information is required, and then you can specify it back to the user. So you can say here the title is something required, so you have to give it, or the keyword you provided are too long. Okay? Okay, so all this XML, all this information, all those errors to handle might be a little bit obscure. So basically the good news is that you can reuse some of those 4 libraries here. So we've got a Java client library, PHP, .NET, and Python 1. So I'm not saying you have to forget everything I said before, but if you use this, that should make your life pretty easy. This is an example for PHP. So you create the YouTube object, and then you just specify what video feed you want. Standard top-rated feed here, and then you can loop. For each video feed, you can retrieve the title and display it. So in a few lines of code, done. Now you can have a Python one, same thing. You request the YouTube service, you set the appropriate variables, you're going to generate author URL, set the token, and upgrade, as we've seen before, from a one-time token to a session token. Again, just a few lines of code, and it's much quicker, probably much easier to understand too. Right, so now that we've been able to pull information, we've been able to log in, we even uploaded some wonderful dog videos. Now, how do you embed this into your own website? Well, the easiest way is to use the embedded player. Basically, you can control a little bit how it looks. You can add your playlist, and then you can control it with JavaScript or ActionScript. This is a French website, actually, which is using this. And see how they integrated this very well? It really looks like it's part of the website. So the designer had a good time here, apparently. And then they're pulling some more information added on this time. This is the length, and this is the number of times it's been seen. Basic code on what a player code would be. So object param, the URL here, and this is how it should look like. So here you've got the standard YouTube buttons here to play, the follow, and then the sound and so on. Now you can change a little bit the embedded player. You can change the colors. All this just by changing a little bit of code, not much, just changing the URL. You can change the color. So this one, for example, is red color. And do you want a border or not? At the end, you know, when we play a video, usually we provide some related video. You can get rid of this. Just provide rel equals 0. Something that's been added like a couple of weeks ago, not so long, is you can say when you want the video to start. So if you want the video to start like 60 seconds, because there's an intro which is a bit boring, bim, you can set it. And really, if you want to make sure that all your users leave your website, that you can set the videos to loop and to play as soon as they get to your website. That's up to you. So that was the easy way, but there's an even easier way, is just to use the wizard. So if you go to youtube.com/custom player, then all this will be provided for you, and we'll provide you just the code to embed. So you select the colors, colors 1, color 2, you provide the playlist, if you want a playlist associated, and then you select the playlist you want. I think it cannot be more easier than this. So that was the easy way of embedding, but you still have a little bit of frame around it, and it's maybe not completely integrated into your website. So what you can do is actually add a Chromeless player. These are a few examples of the Chromeless player. Here you see that's YouTube, one of YouTube videos, and you see here that this is completely customized, this is customized, so the mute button and the sound button is customized. Same thing here. Well, except if you like, the taste is good, but it's completely different. But again, it's very well integrated. An example here on another website where, again, you've got the different player buttons which are completely integrated in the website. Right, so the way to embed a Chromeless player is either to use ActionScript and integrating with this URL, or to use SWF object. SWF object is something which is an open source project, which is a kind of new standard for embedding Flash player content. And basically what it's going to do is do all the boring work for you, like check the Flash player version, offer some alternative content, download option if you don't have Flash, and take care of any cross-browser compatibility. So it's pretty useful. Yeah? No, this is JavaScript. Yeah. Now the way it works is, as you embed this, and you execute it, you would have to create this callback function that basically is going to retrieve the player. So here, once the player is loaded, it's going to call automatically this callback function. And based on the div where it's positioned, you're going to retrieve the player. So here you've got a reference directly to this player. And then what you would have to do is, well, basically do what you want to do. So you want a video, okay, load the video, provide the ID. You want to queue a video, which means set it to work but not play it, just queue it. If you want to resize, same thing. So once you've got a reference to the player, just set what video you want to play. Okay, so that was for the Chromeless player. Now what about controlling the player? Well, same thing. You can do it in JavaScript, ActionScript. You can listen to events. You can poll the status of the player. Is it playing? Is it loading? And so on. So you can pretty much do a lot, most of the YouTube, what you would do manually, but by programmation. So the kind of functions to control it is to play the video. That seems obvious. Pause, stop. You can go to a certain point. You can get the current time. You can get the overall duration. You can get the size. The whole size of the video, but also the size of what has been loaded currently. You can play on the sound by muting it unmuting it, and setting the volume. Okay, a few examples, or we stay to slides? I think I've got enough of slides here, no? Cool. I hope I've got some bandwidth. Looks like it. So this is a basic example. Of course, it's not professional, or we'll never make money. This is basically to show you how all this works. So you provide the video ID here, click on cue, bim, puts the video into the player. And then from here, you can play. Hey, we've got some bandwidth. And you see here the information that we're pulling. So you see the total size of the video, the number of bytes already loaded, and you see where we are here in terms of playing the video. Ah, that's why we don't have side.
Hi, I'm John Harding. I'm the engineering manager for our developer APIs and tools.
What you can do is mute, of course.
I don't have open here. Let me get that.
And mute.
So the biggest thing, and what you're going to notice, is you can now.
And what you can do
users
is actually
sign in.
stop. Now, when you stopped, you cannot play again. So you either have to reload. Yeah. The what, sorry? Yes. Yes. The events is.
And this is Python code that breaks apart this binary format.
Right.
It's actually a shapefile, is a collection of
That's
files.
an
One
event.
of them is a D-based
I think it's
file.
this
Anybody
one.
ever use
Stop. Thank you. Yeah, there are some events. I think if it's playing, I don't remember by heart. We have to check again. If I don't have a documentation in front of me, I'm dead. Like, is it playing? Is the video queued or not, etc. So you can. Sorry. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Actually, it works in both directions. So from JavaScript, you can send events for start playing, pause, or stop playing, which is what we see here. And here, actually, since it, sorry.
Talk.
Yeah, you're right. It works in both directions. So the player accepts external events. So if you click play, we call a JavaScript functions that tells the player to start playing or to pause and so on.
Hi, everyone.
Then, in this case, it's a Chromeless Player. You can get informed when the player is ready, has been loaded, and is ready. The video has been queued, is ready to play. And if you have instead the normal player, on top of this, you can also know if people are playing with the controls on the player. So if someone clicks play or pause or 6, you can catch the event and get a callback.
So we'll see some example actually just after here, where you've got this double direction of event. So we can pull where the video is, and we can set the video too. Keep it if you want. Keep it. Okay, so this is just to demo like the basic functionality. Now we've got some more interesting demos afterwards. This is something, actually let's go back here. This is something that someone created to synchronize videos and slides. So here you've got the videos with whatever information, and then you've got the slide associated. And he created this little format here. So if we go back to the website, I can show you. So he created this little format here with the ID of the video, and then tells you when the slide starts, the name of the, well, let's take the second one. When the slide starts, the name of the slide, and the URL of the slide. Each slides are URLs. And the way it works is actually, if you go back to the beginning,
load it with no cache.
and play.
Markers
That's not really
come
the
up pretty
beginning. It
fast.
tells you what slide it
Polygons
is.
come up pretty fast.
So
In
we're
fact,
going to pull.
on the macro version,
We're going to pull. Okay, at what time are we in the video? And then we're going to set here the right slide. So it's really a synchronization on this side. But also, if I click here, I can set the timing and play the slide. Again, it's a double-way synchronization. Yeah? And as I said, the slides are actually URL, so you can play with them. Cool. Next one is same thing, is synchronization. Again, it's a two-way synchronization, but it's based on a video and a map. And again, I don't have this one. Hope we've got some bandwidth again. Okay. So basically, this is an event happening in San Francisco, and it's, let's go a little bit further, and you've got all those very serious guys which are running on kids' trolleys, you know, down a hill. And here you've got plotted at the same time the path they're following. So if I stop it, you see it stops it at the same time. Now, if I come back, it comes back. If I go forward, it goes forward. So again, this double-side synchronization. We should go for it. Let's up, up. Nearly there. And you see on the side here, you see the helmet. There's a lot of tension. Right. So in case you want to do this in Germany, you've got all the framework created here. You just need to synchronize it. Okay. Another demo is the Karaoke Demo. This was done during the campus party in Spain. And this was done by someone, from what I heard, it was done like in a few hours. And this guy actually synchronized the video. So you just looked for a title. He went on the lyrics website, pulled the lyrics associated to the video, and synchronized it with the video itself. Let me show you how it plays. It's really, really nice. I've got two for you. This one. Again, I hope we've got bandwidth. So you see like all the custom players here. You see the loading. So he created the loading. And you see where we are here at the same time. And these are the lyrics here. And all this automatically just pull the lyrics and synchronize it, really mashing those two information together. So I don't know if you like karaoke, but if you like it, you can try on this. Nice? Right. Enough. Another example is TimeTube. This has been done, it's mainly a way to browse YouTube in a different manner. So instead of querying for a word and having a list of information and just going through each of the videos, the people who created it just did different ways of looking at it, 4 different ways of looking at the videos. So again, let's have a look at it. So I queried on Tiger Woods. And here it shows you all the videos related to Tiger Woods, and you've got the little plus boxes when there's more information that cannot be displayed. So you can click on it, it's going to pull data, boom, and displays more information. So it's going to pull information on the fly. And then you've got, yeah, went too far. And then you've got all the videos here, which I lost. Let's try again. So it takes a little bit of time because he's going to query YouTube and then he's going to create all the videos on top of it. Yeah, there we are again. There was a nice one here, I think. But I lost it. If I zoom a bit. So here you can zoom in, zoom out. Again, it's going to pull the information. It's this one. So if you click on it, it's going to pull the video, display the thumbnail here. That's a nice one. Oh.
Hey.
Okay, enough. So that was like the timeline version of it. And you've got the list version of it. This is nothing like hyper sexy. You've got the map version of it. So if you've got location information provided, you can also map different videos. And the nice one is the flipbook. And I guess this is going to remind you from maybe iTunes. You've got the video, you can simply switch from one to the other. Again, just pulled all the information and just displayed it in the different manner. quite quick, actually. Okay, enough. Right, and if you really don't want to code anything, then you can embed a little bit of JavaScript directly on your website. It's really not difficult. It's not going to have you code a lot, and then it's going to provide you with some content for your website directly on it. And this is an example. Again, this is French website, but you see here, if I'm looking for salsa, it makes the query behind the scene, pulls the thumbnail, displays the thumbnail directly. Now, I can click on it and it's going to play directly on the website. Same thing, pull another video and display directly on the website. And this is, nothing has been really coded here, just embedding a little bit of JavaScript. So if you're really lazy, you don't want to spend some time, bim, you can do it like this, very easily. Now, if you want to code, actually, there's a code lab which is actually happening at the moment. And if you want to try it on your side, you can go on code.google.com/p/yt.codelab, and you can try it hands-on on your side. Or you can join just after the talk here. And then finally, this is not directly related to YouTube API, but I also wanted to mention it just like 2 minutes. You can do some annotations on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen this. Yeah, this one. So this is a video where someone added some annotation. A bit confused. All right. I just want you to see the end. Let's move a little bit. All right. So yeah, this is the kind of things you can do, but you can do something a little bit more useful. So if you want to have your friends laugh, it's good. But something that's been done by those two guys is like they're actually going to show you, how do you call it? Tabs? Guitar tabs as they play. So they're embedding it on top of it. It's a bit quick for me to play, but they show you at the same time exactly what they're playing. I think that's a nice usage of it. Cool. And then the last one I wanted to show you is the subtitles. I think it's this one, yeah. So you can add subtitles now. When you upload a video, you can also add some subtitles. So this is an English show.
I don't know where to start. I mean,
but
there are uglier cars and there are worse cars to drive.
did I put?
But that's the whole point.
Yeah.
It's their badness
On,
that gives
but
the
you can add some subtitles on top of it.
commits the
And
worst
all
crime
this
of
is
all.
provided, I mean, you don't have to change the video itself. You just provide the SRT file, and then we're going to do all the overlay of the subtitles. So if you want it in German, bim, high in German.
An abomination.
Again, very easy to do. Just one video, and then add this SRT for each language, and we're going to provide it on top of it.
And here's another
Yeah?
thing I don't get. Dragsters. I mean, yeah.
If you have to? Yeah? Yeah? No, you have to be the owner. I'm pretty sure you have to be the owner of the video to add the subtitles. Yeah. You can add it later. Yes. Yes, you can modify it. It's just one file to upload. You specify the language, and we're going to provide this box for you to add the captions. Yeah? And that was it. I hope I hope this was useful. I tried to show you the whole panel of things that you can do on YouTube, providing some technical information and also some example of what people are doing. Because, you know, sometimes you see the information, but okay, and then what is? Then here you see some example at the same time. I hope it was useful, and any questions, feel free. I think we've got a few minutes. The SRT? No, I don't think you can download it. No. The channel information? Hey, that's a good, I think you can actually. Have you? Have,
for the channels? Yeah.
yes. No, but the channel itself. Yes. I never played with the channels. You know what? That's what I do. Users' favorites. I don't see. Keywords. Discuss. So you've got that standard feed, so it's a bit different. Watch on mobile. Yeah, that's what I thought. I never tried the channel. That's something that would need to be checked. Yeah. The channel ID? Yes, this would be the user profile. Yeah, so that probably falls into the user profile section. In which case, yes. Yes. All the right. So the idea is that we want to make sure, we want to be able to log a little bit what people are uploading. You wanted to mention the...
Yeah, it's needed for the write operation.
The write
so each
operation
time you have
only.
to update anything, you need the developer key. When you are reading, it's not needed. In fact, most of the feeds and so on, they work without the key. But if you can specify the key, we say it's better because... well, we know a little bit better who you are, we can get better statistics, and especially in case you run in troubles with quotas. So if we think that you are making too many read operations, too many queries on YouTube, if you specify your developer token in your request, we try to raise a little bit the quotas. It's a little bit less anonymous, so we trust you a little bit more.
Basically, there's no hard quota. We just want to make sure that nobody's abusing the YouTube API. So we just want to make sure there's no one like hitting the YouTube server.
Scraping all the content.
Yeah.
So if you have a token, it's better to use it always or almost always, but it's not strictly needed.
Yeah. Can you give the...
Wait.
Yeah, okay. You have said that video can be rejected.
Yeah.
And that is done by YouTube.
It is.
My question is there a mean that client can control and somehow say to YouTube which videos should be rejected, and then YouTube is doing some kind of a filtering?
There is a system, for example, for copyright. So I don't know exactly the system behind the scene, but there is some system of copyright which is going to check the video uploaded. And if the owners of these videos have said that they do not accept people to upload videos which have this information on top of it, it might be automatically rejected and never appear on YouTube. Yeah, so there is some automated system, of course. And then there is some manual, not manual, but when someone flags, you know, like a video is susceptible to be bad for users, then we might reject it too.
So it depends. If you want a video to be rejected, definitely mark it as a spam or as something that is not appropriate. Maybe not, and after someone signals it, maybe it's not taken down immediately, but if there are more people doing the same, it's likely that it will be evaluated and maybe taken down. Yeah.
Hey, I think the slides are going to be uploaded afterwards with the video of it. I think it's going to, I don't know exactly the URL,
I think it's the developer, where you register for the event.
Yeah. I hope it's going to be uploaded on the exact website where you actually registered. They're starting to do this for the UK GDD, the UK Google Developer Day that we did last week. And it's probably going to happen for this one too. Okay? Sure? Yeah. No, yeah, there is some geo RSS. Again, I would need to check this. Yeah, location information here. Geo RSS information that you can provide too.
So you provide with a certain sunset to match the exact position in video.
No, this one is only for the upload. Let's say geo RSS where is information you can enter when you upload the video. You can specify when it was shot and where it was shot, but it's just a single point, like it was shot in San Francisco on that place. The example we saw where there was the synchronization of the video with the map, that was done more or less manually.
This is done like you saw the first one with the slides. So the person created like the format, like this moment will display this slide. So it's this is done manually.
No, not with KML because you cannot control the animation. KML you can only turn on or turn off. You can have multiple layer. Yeah, sure. Let's say usually in this case probably it's easier if you use instead of KML you use XML or JSON, your own format you control through JavaScript. Actually, you can even if you film your video and you have a GPS device and you track all the position information, then you can also try to export into a format that can be used for implementing something like that, but it's not a, let's say, YouTube features that gives you some help. You have to do it by yourself. But we leave some work for the developers, otherwise, come on, life is too easy.
Any other questions? Yeah, the specialist. Yes? By the API? Is this no function? Sorry, you want to
if you
the
can
question?
feed. Yeah.
The question was like the annotation information. Can we retrieve it by API? No, this is manually done today. So you have to go on YouTube and you have to select. There's a little application where you can actually create the annotation. Say from this time to this time. Put this annotation. You can also provide some links. So what people did is actually put some links from one video to another, and they created those games, where you have to choose something between this and this, and they click and you jump from one video to another one. But again, this is something you have to do manually. Sure?
Does YouTube provide video podcast with Embed for 246, 64?
So So does YouTube provide a video podcast?
Well, actually, we have I think there was a slide probably on the different video formats.
Yeah,
for mobile phones, we have, we can provide other kind of encodings, actually, including H.264 in quite small format, suitable for. Yeah, right. But it's streaming. It's not thought to be for download and then later on, later playback on the device. It's still for streaming on mobile devices.
To download, there's nothing I know about this. I don't know. Other questions?
Yeah. Anyway. If you check the YouTube website periodically, there are many features. Some are smaller, just some small changes in the user interface. Some are a little bit major, but we keep on adding stuff to YouTube in terms of functionalities. And the same for the API. Maybe they are not perfectly synchronized, so it's possible that some feature first appear on YouTube, and you have to play with them through the web interface, and then after a while they also become available in the API. So it's definitely worth to have a check at the documentation periodically to see what's new. It's the same with Maps API, we keep on adding new stuff into it, so it's evolving quite a lot.
Any other questions? We're here. If you have any other questions, we're going to stay another few minutes, so you can come later on.
Okay.
Good. Thank you very much for coming.